Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Aussie Farming in the Philippines. Well, it's sunny and it didn't rain yesterday. Wow, how bloody good is that? So Chick and I are heading into town this morning. It's the payday yesterday, which is the pension day. Us old pensioners have to go into town on Fridays and pick up all our groceries and get our stuff. See if I can get some more of that pork so I can do some pork jerky. A whole lot's been fucking gone. I want some more. I want some for myself, for me. So, morning baby. So Australia Day yesterday, great day, lots of comments, thank you everyone. So what was my day? Well, the bloody bracket for the spare tyre was rattling when we were going into town. Now what it is the spare tyre is kept up under here. Now this bracket here, when it the tyre got put back in, the tyre was put in upside down, which means it was actually in a like this pattern with the hub, like a plate upside down. So when this got tightened up onto the bracket to pull it up, it couldn't get tight. So what it's supposed to have been is upside down like a dead ant, and then it can actually hit the top and it tightens up. So because they had it the opposite way, it was half an inch down lower, and they tightened this up as much as they could, which meant that the bracket, well the bracket here, where is you? Here. There he is, the glass. So that ended up, they screwed it up as much as they could and they wouldn't go any further, and it needed another half inch to an inch. So they kept tightening and just bent the bastard. And then he couldn't undo it, he couldn't tighten it, he couldn't do fuck all. So what I ended up doing was getting that off, pulling this up, cutting it off with the angle grinder with the cutting blade, and straightened it all out, welded it all back together and put it together, put the tyre in the right way, and it's fucking working. So that was good. The rain, I said, stop her, dude. So I got Big Red out, and I got all the back mowed yesterday, up the back there, all the back paths in the estate. So I've cut that down by half now, because I thought, well, what the fuck am I doing all this for? I'm using up all this gasoline. So I'm keeping the goats on this side only, so they only eat from the back to the front here. They don't go up that end. So I'm not doing half the roads anymore, and they're training them now to stay on the right hand side. So that went okay, but when I come back in the yard here, it's still wet and boggy. So some of it was all right, but behind the goat house is all boggy as hell. So I ended up stopping, said fuck it. I'm not going to wreck me grass, I can wait a couple of days. But it's so bloody long, the grass, seriously. Hello guys, good morning. There's a turkey down here, I don't know if you can see her. There's a turkey down here, okay? So one of the rotten eggs I threw out, one of them was a turkey egg. And I threw it out over there and it landed there and it didn't break. And 2 days ago she come along. Oh, here's a fucking egg. I'll sit on that. So she's been sitting on it. She's been sitting on that for 2 days now. You see over here? There's a tin over here, so it's just above where my fingernail is. So I've noticed it the last 2 days there, and it's like, you idiot. You know, when it'll explode on her, it'll explode. Right, so all our babies are going good. Big Maria's just sitting on today. I checked her this morning. Big Maria's got 2 more babies. So they've only just come out this morning. So what's this fucking one doing? So I'm going to leave Big Maria with her baby just for a little bit longer, because she's still got a heap of eggs she has. Hey Bing darling, sweetheart. No, you're fucked. Yes, so good. Now the milking goat, we stopped milking her 3 days back because the milk supply is dropping down, and you've got to stop 2 months before the babies are born. Was it 3 months? Can't remember. But anyway, we're coming up to that at the end of the month. And when do you milk her, hun? She's 5 months, it's pregnancy, and you have to leave the last 3 months, is it?
Yeah, 5 months.
Sorry?
3. What was the fourth question?
Okay, listen to my question. I have to talk slowly because you can only hear slowly, okay? It's like when you write letters to her and you text her a message, you got to text it slowly because you can only read slowly as well. She's pregnant for 5 months, but you can milk her for the first 2 months.
Yeah, 10 weeks.
10 weeks, 2.5 months. Right, but don't go any more than that. So it keeps changing. It was 2 months, now it's fucking 2.5. You know, they change it like they change their fucking underwear. Thank God that's fucking regular. Right, so I went up to the milking one, set everything up, and the bloody goat ate the wires again. Now each day when we finish milking, we wrap the wires up around the beam because it ate them once, and well, it's happened once, it'll happen again. And bugging me dead, I come out today because we haven't milked it for 2 days, and this is hanging down, and it's been eaten. So we've got to repair it. Fucking bastards. Seriously. Oh, fuck. Oh. Right, corn's still drying. The reason why people, a lot of comments say about using black tarp and all that stuff, yes, agree. Normally, the best to dry the corn is on cement, bare cement, because the heat from the sun on the cement will heat it up on top and below. But the trouble is, with all this weather at the moment, we have to cover this up in an afternoon, and we can't run all the way down to the front, rake it all together, throw a tarpaulin over it. So this weather here, we're just using it here at the tarpaulin. It's only a small amount. This is less than half a sack. But that's the reason why, guys. Yes, I do agree that black absorbs more, white reflects more. But concrete is the best when you're drying either rice or corn. And sometimes you'll even see them on the road. They'll block off half the fucking one lane on one side of the road, and I'll put it all there. So that will be done. Right, the cornomatic. The cornomatic is going bloody good. So I've got some dry stuff that I put through. So Chick had enough for this morning. But Andreas Martin, the machine is going very well still. Thank you very much, Lee. So all the extra extensions I put onto it, it actually works quite well. It bloody works, mate. The cornomatic, it's like the mulchamatic, isn't it? You know, the lawnmower. That's fucking funny as fuck. Right, so we're heading into town today. Like I said, we've got the grocery shopping to do. I want to get some more gasoline for Big Red. Because hopefully if this stays dry, then I'll be able to get some mowing when we come back from town before I do the goats or after the goats, with any luck. But the front's all fucked. You know, we had the guy come here deliver the gas bottles, and normally turns up on a motorbike. And he turned up with a bloody truck, and he fucked up the driveway, look. You know, this was all compacting down nicely here. Then he turned up with a truck with his twin bloody axles, what do you call it, wheelie toolies. Oh well, no problem. We'll get around it. Right, Dick's gone to get goat food. I've got to repair this wire. So I'll see you at 5 o'clock at the gate, guys. And hopefully, oh, that's right. So today's Pizza Friday, right? Now there's a video, I'll put his video at the end. I'll just fucking pump him out at the end. Is when I make the pizzas, I normally use the 7-gram yeast of pizza yeast. It's in a little yellow packet. It oh no, some fucking big name, Bergen, whatever. And that makes a really nice yeast. That's where you mix that with water at 110 degrees Fahrenheit with sugar, but the little bubbles up, and then you add that to your pizza flour, and voila, let it rise and all that shit, hamper down, rise, blah blah blah. But we've run out of that. We can't get any, and it's too fucking expensive to buy online. It's far too expensive. So we talked to Beach Bums. Oh, ant bit me. But we talked to Beach Buns, and we asked her what yeast does she use, and she told us. So we ordered some of that. It comes in a big packet. Now we did that the same way, and it didn't rise very good. So I followed on the internet, and I found a guy. He's called My Pizzas or Domino's. You'll see it at the end screen. You can click up there on the end, and he mixes the yeast into straight water, no sugar at all into that, and he adds that to the flour, which has got flour, salt, sugar in there. Gives it a mix up, puts it in the fridge overnight, which totally weird, sounds weird for rising, but it does. Put it in the fridge overnight, 12 hours minimum, and then you can pat it down, form it into balls, and you got your pizzas. But the second part of his video, at the end part, he does a pan pizza. How weird is that? So big cast iron fry pan, and he cooks it in the oven. I'm going to try that tonight. So I'm going to have 3 pizzas tonight. So one will be the pan pizza to test, to see. Because it sounds, I've heard of it before, but you know, sort of like, that's a bit fucking weird, isn't it? But yeah, so I'm going to try that tonight. I'll put the link at the end of this video up here, okay, so you can click on it. And while I'm in town, I'm going to get a haircut, guys. Hey, you're having a shag every 5 minutes. What are you doing? Bastard. So while we're in town, hopefully I can get a haircut in town, because I haven't had one since, was it my birthday? I said I'm not going to have one till I turn 62. So I'm not going to wait now until I turn 63, but it's the trouble, you know, so long. And all the trolls are asking me, am I wearing a wig? Yeah. So when I have my haircut, all you trolleys, all I do is just send me wig into town in a posted bag, and I give it to Alfredo to take in on the bike, and they cut it, trim it, bring it back to me, and I can put it back on again. So how's that? You know, 63 this year, and 64 next year. Have a look at his fucking hair, eh? Spending the kid's inheritance is fucking jealous as all hell, I bet. I tell you, he's fucking jealous, that bastard. All right, guys, I'm going to love you and leave it. I've got electrical work to do. I've got to join all this back together, heat, wrap it down. Fucking goats, seriously. If you haven't subscribed, hit the subscribe button. Right, many of you aren't subscribed. And there can't be that many trolls watching. So hit the subscribe button, leave a comment down below, and remember, I always reply to your comments and all like these other channels, because I believe that if you can take the time to write a comment, I can take the time to reply to that comment, even if it's telling you to piss off or something like that. See you later, guys. Bye, babe. You got everything? Good.